basically what he did is a traditional sales. Business card, pitch, and then he went off to somebody else. And I know we've all experienced this. If you're out doing networking, you're experiencing this. It's already a thing in our head. They're like, oh my gosh, I have to go network. As opposed to, I can't wait to connect. Is connecting the same as networking? They're thinking that the buzzword is networking, because that's, as professionals, we want to do is we want to network, we want to communicate with business owners, we want to communicate with our peers, and we think of it as networking. But actually, it's the connections that create that business synergy. It's the connections that create and build that energy that in turn can turn into business. So connecting and networking are two completely different things. Connecting is about listening. It's about the other person. Networking, really, it's about you, and you're not looking out for the other person. So let's start at the beginning, because I know what you're probably thinking right now. Where is she from? And how did that last name came about? Okay, I'll answer that question. It all started with an handsome American Jewish man that was stationed in Quito, Ecuador, where he met a lovely Ecuadorian Catholic woman. They fell in love, they got married, and then about a year later, Shanna is born. And to be honest, it was safe, and I felt comfortable. Until my father, remember that American Jewish dad, decided it was time to push me out of my box and sent me to Mississippi State at the ripe age of 18. Coming from a different country, coming from Quito, Ecuador, and trying to incorporate myself and embrace a new culture and getting to know new people. The only way I knew how to do it is by truly connecting, but understanding who they were, what their culture was, what brings them together, what makes us the same as opposed to what makes us different. I am around people that do not look like me. They do not talk like me. And it was a whole different culture. I did not fit in. I felt like people were stereotyping me, but what I realized was I was also doing the same thing. I was also making assumptions. So that aha moment came in when I decided that instead of assuming, I would start making questions. I would start asking those questions and connecting with my peers to try and understand where did those assumptions come from. And by that, we started connecting. We started to break down that barrier and really get to know each other. Will my extroverts raise their hand? Well, I used to say, will my introverts raise their hand? Start connecting with the things that you have in common, so that the conversation starts with that, with a topic that's in common, which can then lead into things like, what do you do? Or where do you work? Or have you met such a person? Or how can I help you? That is an easy way to do it. If you're an introvert, I would say stay away from large crowds. Do it in a one-on-one kind of thing. Go to organized events that will help you break the ice. I believe that nowadays, especially, people feel disconnected and they feel like they don't matter. And it's because of social media, it's because of busyness, it's because of things that are happening in our world. And it's so foundational to have the right kind of connections. Is it with your team members? Is it with your prospects? Is it with your audience? It involves everything. It's that diversity, that inclusion that putting it all together to connect at that human level, because I believe that if you're connected and you feel strong with that connection, then you can grow professionally and personally.